This is WTOP's Ari Ash. I'm at the corner of I Street and 5th Street, technically just east of it on the 400 block of I Street Northwest, on a Ticketbuster case. We're going to show you a little bit of the scene here to show you where we are. We're working on a Ticketbuster case in which we found a ticket issued to a driver with several fundamental flaws. And for several days now, the city has not been willing to admit that this ticket was erroneously issued or in any way pull it back. So we're walking down eastbound right now, down the 400 block of I Street Northwest, and as we stop to the pertinent sign, we'll show you the ticket and some of the issues with the ticket itself. So again, we're on the 400 block of I Street Northwest, and if you hear some sounds in the background, it's the construction crew and that thing lifting down there on the right side of the street. So here's the ticket itself. Zoom in a little bit here. Ticket 812-147-5515. Issued November 6th, 2013 at 1:16 p.m. Note that date, November 6th, 2013 at 1:16 p.m. Look at the location, which is going to be an issue we're going to bring up in this video. 400 block of I Street Northeast, north side. As you heard in our video just a moment ago at the beginning, we are on the 400 block of I Street Northwest, not Northeast. The ticket for disobeying an official sign, no parking, street cleaning, 12:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. This was issued on a Wednesday by the Department of Public Works. We're going to go over here to the pictures that were supplied by the Department of Public Works themselves by the ticket writer, Mr. Marlon Banks. As you can see on the first picture here, you can see the vehicle of the driver himself and a red brick building in the background with what appears to be some sort of window protruding on the far side of the picture. Also, you can see some cars possibly in the background parked. The bottom picture, the picture of the sign itself, says no parking, street clean, no parking, which you can't see, it's cut off on the top. Wednesday, 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. And then a lot of stuff you can barely make out, but as we'll show you in a second, that says March 1 through October 31st, except holidays, for street sweeping, and then a pay by phone parking. But again, these no parking rules for street sweeping only apply Wednesday, 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. from March 1 to October 31st. Again, ticket says November 6, 2013. That's after October 31st, thus this ticket shouldn't have been written. We're going to pull out here and address the other issue, which is the 400 block of I Street Northeast being the wrong location. We brought this up to the Department of Motor Vehicles because their hearing examiner, for some reason, found that this ticket was good and should be upheld by the hearing examiner. So now the driver has appealed that decision and has to wait 2 years to figure out whether this ticket will be thrown out. We're hoping by the time this story airs on Wednesday that the Department of Public Works will admit that this ticket should not have been written and will throw it out themselves. So again, we're going to point out here the pictures. The first one here showing the street cleaning sign, Wednesday 12:30 to 2:30 p.m., March 1 to October 31st, except holidays. You can see in the background a gated parking area. You can see in the background on the left side what is looks like an apartment complex with some brick and then what appears to be some gray windows. And then on the right side of the sign, a shorter brick building with what appears to be, and we'll show you, is a staircase to the right of it. And then in the far right background, a building that has some glass windows and gray in the middle. So you can see this picture, and then we're going to zoom out right now and show you exactly where this picture was taken on the 400 block of I Street Northwest. So here we are. Here's that sign, no parking, Wednesday 12:30 to 2:30, March 1 to October 31st, except holidays, for street sweeping. As you can see in the background to the left here, that apartment complex that you saw in the picture itself. Down here you can see that gated parking lot as well. And now in the background you can see that shorter building with the staircase. And in the background, that clear, those glass windows with the gray running down the middle of that building. We're going to go back to the picture once again. Again, supplied by the ticket writer himself on the date he issued the ticket. You can see the sign. You can see the cars parked behind a gated fence. You can see that apartment complex on the left. You can see that brick building on the right, and you can see that that complex in the far background that got some shine, I guess, from the picture with the sun at the time of day, 1:16 p.m. So again, take a look at the picture here. Notice the landmarks in the background. And we're going to go back once again. Maybe even move here to give you a better perspective of how he took the picture himself. This is the exact angle that the guy, maybe not exact, but as close as I can get, the angle of how the guy took the picture himself. Again, this is where he physically took the picture, the ticket writer. You can see all the landmarks in the background match perfectly to the picture supplied by the Department of Public Works ticket writer himself, shot here on 400 I Street Northwest. And you can see the sign that he photographed. It says March 1 through October 31st for the no parking. So a ticket should not have been issued, again, on November 6, 2013. I want to go to the second picture, the top picture here. Again, this picture from the Department of Public Works officer himself who wrote the ticket. You see the picture of the vehicle that was ticketed. And in the background, you can see a red brick building. You could even see a tree. And then in the far right side, a window protruding out. I guess they consider that bay windows, if I remember correctly. But this is the picture from the Department of Public Works. So we're going to turn around from the exact location again that we're at. We're going to turn to our right and show you exactly what he photographed. Again, you can see the red brick building, the tree, and that window protruding out just beyond the red brick building and the gated parking, which match perfectly to this picture, which again definitively proves that this ticket was issued on the 400 block of I Street Northwest, not Northeast, and that in and of itself should have had this ticket thrown out. So as we come back here to the sign, some concluding thoughts. As you see, the exact spot where this ticket writer took his pictures, we know that one, this was taken again on the 400 block of I Street Northwest, not Northeast. The 400 block of I Street Northwest. There are no street cleaning signs on the 400 block of I Street Northeast. We brought that information to the Department of Motor Vehicles after DDOT confirmed what we saw, and DMV said, well, you can't prove that where you are right now is the location of the ticket, and that perhaps there was a street cleaning sign on November 6, 2013 on the 400 block of I Street Northeast. It just isn't there today. But as this video clearly shows, we are on the 400 block of I Street Northwest. That was the location of where the Department of Public Works officer issued this ticket and took these photographs. And then even more importantly, the parking sign that this driver was supposed to have violated, no parking street sweeping, Wednesday 12:30 to 2:30 on November 6, 2013. The rules don't apply, as you can clearly look at this sign saying the rules only apply March 1 to October 31st. So November 6th, this ticket should not have been written. As we come out here, we're going to conclude by saying that this story is going to be aired on Wednesday, February 12th, 2014. At this point on Sunday, as we shoot this video, the ticket has not been thrown out. We have not heard from the Department of Public Works that issued the ticket, but we hope by the time we do this story on Wednesday, the ticket will in fact be thrown out.